Am I live? Am I on? Is this thing working? Am I on? Yes, I'm
Yes,
live.
yes,
Okay.
yes, you are.
Y'all, I was not ready today. I was not ready. Okay, so let's get to your collective message. Okay, that was so funny. I was literally in the bathroom. Okay, so let's get to your collective message for today. Welcome. Okay, so a couple of things did come up in the collective message. The first thing that I saw or wanted to tell first of all, okay, I'll do that later. Should I do that first? We'll do it at the end. Okay, so the very first thing that came up was I saw a feminine energy who looks like she has recently separated from a relationship. I believe that this person could be living with someone, friends, a masculine and a feminine, a couple. I don't know if this person is in fact living with this couple because of the breakup. However, the breakup is the central focus of conversation and attention in this particular scenario. The feminine energy who is currently experiencing some sort of separation from a lover is using a lot of their time to talk about the devastation of the relationship, about the disappointment of the relationship, all of the ills that took place here. And you have really supportive friends, whoever I'm speaking to. These people who you're talking to, they see how this has negatively impacted you. They do believe it too is unfair. However, this couple is absolutely over you. They are over you. This couple surely understands heartbreak. However, they are losing their patience with this feminine energy, mostly because the heartbreak of, the relationship dominates your conversations with them. They cannot seem to escape you talking about how painful it has all been, going over, small details and pointing things out. You absolutely are within your right. It makes absolute sense that you want to talk about it and get this off of your chest. You have to find another avenue or resource to do that. A therapist would be awesome. Also, intuitive therapy would be really good for you as well, to kind of break down, how you even got to the point where you were in this relationship and allowing these things to take place. But you've got to let your friends off the hook. You've got to slow down on bombarding them with all of your feelings and emotions regarding your relationship. These two people are absolutely in love. They're in that we are the only people in the world kind of love, and you are absolutely shitting on that right now. They will never tell you that right out because they do want to be loving and supportive to you. But these people really, really, really wish that you would talk about the next phase of your life or what you would like to see happen from this point forward. You're spending way too much time in the past. You got to change this. Also, I feel like this couple is either newly engaged or newly married. The fact that they've opened their hearts and their homes to you is a blessing in itself. But the fact that they are sharing this very sensitive time with an energy that is out of alignment with their energy is a little dangerous for them as well. So if you are, in fact, the feminine energy that I'm speaking to, and keep in mind that you may be male or female, but the energy that I pick up is feminine. If you are, in fact, this energy, this feminine energy that I'm speaking to, um, pay a little more attention to the people around you. Even in your heartbreak, you need to be focused a bit more on the people who are giving you a hand, loving you. Um, that you are not impeding on, and you cannot walk up to these people and be like, am I talking too much about my ex and my situation? They're going to tell you no. They're absolutely going to say, no, of course, we understand you're going through a hard time. They're over you. They're over you. They really wish you would stop at this point. And I know that this just happened. This is fresh. This is something that's likely happened in the last 3 weeks or less. It's just the constant over and over. You got to stop that. Also, Spirit keeps showing me in this scenario you being pulled back. I see somebody being forcefully pulled back or snatched back. I don't know if that's being pulled back or snatched back into the relationship, but I kind of energetically feel like this is more about the conversation causing you to remain in the negative energy of the relationship. That's what I feel like, but that's what I see is just a snatching back, like you sitting straight and then someone grabbing you by the back of your collar and pulling you back. This could also be a physical part of the disagreement, the physical altercation that may have happened between you and the mate. Either way it goes, when we replay our pain over and over and over again, we give it life and energy. And we also give it room to breathe, right? It's not necessarily ignoring it, except focusing on the good that you want to see come in is a better place to put this energy. Also, when we focus on the pain and devastation that we believe that people have caused us in our lives, we also stay in that moment. We relive it over and over. No parts of that is healthy at all. But collective, y'all already know that. I just heard my sister. So this may be someone living with their sister and their sister's mate. Okay. Interesting enough, I just heard, huh, this might be happening. This might be a situation where someone is actually going to marry the person who they have walked away from. Maybe you're engaged to be married. Maybe you are the engaged person who has been wronged. Yeah, I'm strongly feeling like maybe you're engaged and you found out something terrible about your mate, and you're living with friends and you're kind of ruminating over and over about what's happening. But I feel like you're still going to marry this person. You're still going to move forward with the marriage. That's probably why your friends are over this. For some reason, I feel like you are also being guided, whoever I'm talking to get an aquamarine stone. Aquamarine stone. Interesting enough, someone pointed out a pair of beautiful aquamarine earrings to me yesterday, but right now I'm seeing a rough aquamarine stone. I believe that you need to bring this into your possession to help you here. Okay. Let's get to the next thing because I'm not sure how this is evolving and it looks pretty deep. If this if this collective message is for you and you are in fact engaged and this happened with your fiance, I feel like that fiance is actually coming to snatch you back, to take you back, and there will still be a wedding. Okay. So yeah, hush up on the talking about it constantly. Seek out some therapy because ultimately it looks like you go back to this person anyway. Okay. The next part of your collective message is about intentions. Wow, they're giving me so much information about this previous topic, but I'm going to move on from it. There's definitely abuse here. There's physical abuse happening here. Um, I'm going to move on from this. Intentions. So, excuse me, you all. I got good sleep last night. I gotta tell you, it was great. Okay, when I sleep good, the spirits just dance. And last night I got so much good juicy stuff. I mean, the stories, the timelines that I went into, they were so awesome. Also, anyway, I'll get to that later. Let's talk about intentions. In one of the dreams, I saw somebody throw a ball and it hit the window of a car. It bounced and then bounced up and hit the window of a car, shattered the car window. The owner came out and was very angry. I see like children who were standing around the back of the car. They're laughing, snickering, laughing, but they're laughing at the boy who threw the ball, who's like standing in front of the car. However, when the owner comes out and they see the kids sniggling, they think that the boy has done this on purpose. So they kind of lunge at him aggressively to punish him. However, there is someone here, I feel like, who is sitting on a porch with three stairs. This person saw what happened and they are trying to explain to the owner the intention of the children, what was happening here. And it causes him to completely change his perspective. It was such a small little video that meant a lot because based on your perspective, you can really get to see people's intention. And if you are not present or if you are unknowing of people, you don't know their intentions. The only thing you see is the action that takes place. But intention is the most valuable part of whatever this is you're facing. I feel like this message is it's general, but it's pretty specific. I strongly feel like somebody is facing a decision that they have to make. They have to decide if someone meant to do something or if if it was unintentional. In this particular decision making, process that you are having, I think that it's going to be important for you to collect information from the people around this person, or it will be important for you to seek out another perspective than that of your own. I think you may learn that in this particular case, I think that you may learn that somebody was intentionally doing something or creating something that would maybe negatively impact you. I do think that the intention was correct. However, when this person is explaining themselves to you, they're making it sound like it was unintentional. Um, Intention is always the base of everything, right? Even if you make a mistake, even if things, go haywire, spirit is always looking at the intention of your action, why you did it. It doesn't matter that it failed or that it succeeded What was the intention behind it, the motivation that pushed it? This is where people screw themselves all the time when it comes to spite energy and revenge energy. When you make a decision to do something, what is at the base or the core of that? Why are you moving forward with that? If it's negative, well, I'm doing it because they did it to me, or I'm doing it because I need to teach them a lesson. I'm doing it because if it's negative in any way, if you are going to harm someone to teach them a lesson, that's a negative intention that is not in love, period. Um, and that is what spirit looks at, the intention behind the action, not the action necessarily itself. So keep that in mind, whoever you're dealing with. I do believe that this is something where somebody has to make a serious decision about whether or not. This has something to do with children. This also has something to do with theft. And interesting enough, the dream was about a car and a ball, but I feel like a car has something to do with this as well. Okay. Somebody here is, I strongly feel like somebody here has just landed a major opportunity. I mean, like a major opportunity. Something maybe they never seen for themselves or only dreamed could be possible. That's the first thing. The second thing is, I feel like this is also something that just kind of came out of nowhere. I don't think this person actually worked for this opportunity. I think it's something that was offered to them. I mean, very random. Like I'm sitting in a coffee shop and someone walks up to me and says, "I want you to model for me," and that person just happens to be Marc Jacobs. It's something wild like that. That's what I'm looking at. Someone has an amazing opportunity. They're absolutely going to take it. Everyone who they tell about this opportunity, this unbelievable thing that's happening, seems supportive. However, I feel like there is a group here. I strongly feel like they are distant relatives, or they're not immediate family. They're like cousins. This would definitely be like cousins, aunts, uncles, or something like that. These people are not excited for you at all. They are not happy for you at all. They don't think that you deserve this. And honestly, your look must be very different, exotic, because I feel like these people maybe have um, talked about your look before, made fun of how you look before, not seeing the beauty in it, and the fact that you another Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer situation here. It's like they took. I think that there's something about your eyes that are very interesting, that stand out a lot. Your eyes and your cheekbones, I think, very interesting. Um, Anywho, I think that you've been made fun of, maybe even called unattractive throughout your lifetime. And this is an opportunity that completely turns everything that's been said about you in the past on its neck, on its head. And therefore, people are upset about that. I literally hear people using the word ugly. These folks here, this is definitely your family. Okay. Because I see you all sitting around a table at Thanksgiving. That's always family for me in my readings. These people are your family, just unsupportive, jealous. They really don't think you deserve this. They really think that it's a farce. However, they're going to feel like that sitting on their couches in their homes. And you, my dear, will be all over the world taking pictures and walking runways and meeting new people. And folks are going to find you irresistibly gorgeous, unbelievably exotic. I see you literally taking like private jet planes and going on dates and being on yachts. You are going to have a completely different life from what you've had. And when you come around, you are going to notice the change of energy in your family after having taken, I feel like this is like one or two, they just said three. So this could be 1 to 3 excursions or runway shows or whatever this is. You don't necessarily have to be a model. This can just be some unbelievable opportunity that's being dropped in your lap. You did not work for, you did not try to get, that's about to just spring you open. Understand that the energy that you're receiving from this group of family members, I feel like it's a group of cousins from these people, this is not going to stop. You're going to also experience this energy from other people along the way. There may be people in your industry who will have this kind of energy towards you. It is something you will have to get used to, something you will have to find a way to ignore. And I think that you will over time. But Spirit just said luxury has a way of making you forget what people think about you. So I think that you will find more love than you will negative attention or intentions towards you. Also, Spirit is telling me you're covered, you're safe, and you're protected. Absolutely take this. Whoever this is, you might also have people in your family trying to talk you out of taking this opportunity. Their intention is not to stop you. I feel like the person who's trying to talk you out of this, their intention is not to stop you. It is to protect you from the world. They want to make sure that clearly this person doesn't think that you're beautiful either. Wow. Because their intention here is based in love, but they are trying to protect you from the world, from other people saying negative things about you and them not being around to protect you. So they expect that people will treat you badly based on some sort of physical thing or whatever you have going on here. But understand, everybody doesn't see you like these people do. The rest of the world will see you in a different lens. So the way your family and friends and whoever these close associates are, also this may come as a shock to you that so many people don't think you're attractive. It may come as a shock to you that people in your family don't think you're attractive. It doesn't matter. The world will. The world will. Interesting. I keep getting something about a cat. Maybe you have very feline-like features. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm going to move on from this. The last part of your collective message is a little less of a collective psychic message and more of just a collective message. Okay. So days ago, we briefly discussed that we choose our parents. And I got a couple emails about that. I got a really long email about us choosing our parents. You don't have to accept the theory. I mean, people don't believe that gravity is real, but your ass stays connected to the earth. So you don't have to believe oxygen is real, but I dare you ask God to take it away. I dare you. You don't see oxygen, but I dare you ask God to take it away. So anyway, you do choose your parents. That's my word. I'm sticking to it. But I want you all to pay attention to this weekend that's coming up as we approach Father's Day. I personally have a dad that I adore. We do have a complicated relationship, but My dad was my first introduction to, what power is, what protection is, what love is, from a man. And most of us, it's the same thing for those who um, were blessed enough to have our dads around in our lives, caring individuals for us. But as we, approach Father's Day, I know that in the US, it's a very controversial day because many people will celebrate their moms on these days. But I do want you all to take a moment, no matter what your situation is with your father or the father figure in your life, to remember the purpose and the intention of your life. If you chose these people and they were not around to help you, they still were responsible for ushering you onto the planet, giving you this life. You did ask for them. You did choose them. And also the direction of your life, the things that would happen, you also had a hand in writing out what that would look like before you came down here. Now, I'm not here to put blame on you or to tell you to release, the folks in your lives from responsibility. But I, quite frankly, with my complicated, complex, loving relationship with my dad, who, is an amazing person, I'm glad of the choice that I made. Like, I'm going to celebrate. My father doesn't celebrate Father's Day, right? But I did text him last night, like, hey, Daddy, what you doing this weekend? Just to kind of start a conversation with him, so that he remembers I love him. But I'm glad for the decision that I made of the father that I chose. And not because everything has been great between us, but because of the character, the momentum that he carries in his life. Part of that has made me a very determined, unbeatable bitch in this life. There's very little you can get past me. And if I allow you to get it past me, you had better believe it is by the grace of God that you get away with anybody, with anything, with me. And that is because of the type of energy I pull from a very powerful father figure. Very powerful father figure. This, you have to question who you are and how you look at situations. Some things just innately play out in us because of who our parents are. And sometimes we've never even met those people. So for those of you who've never even met your dad, there are probably things you do or ways you think that are identical to that person. And for that alone, they might save your life. The way you think may very well be the thing that causes you to get jobs that you don't qualify for. It might be the way people feel attracted to you and they believe you and they trust you. That could be the same thing, and some of your bad qualities may come from, parents that you know or don't know as well. But remember, you made the choice. It was your intention to come in through these people. I really would like to take this a bit deeper and talk about how even when you make soul contracts with people, when you come down on earth, you can step out of alignment with those contracts and completely change the trajectory of your life, your intention, and the lives of the people who you come through. So for this Father's Day, whether you have a dad to celebrate or not, celebrate you making the decision to choose family, to choose parents, to come in through that produced you. I mean, look at you. You full, you have your right mind. Things may not be in perfect alignment, but you are here. You are present. You beat other millions of little sperms trying to make it. You like, get back, motherfuckers. It's me first. That's determination. And that came in through a body, from a body, and through a body. And in just for that alone, you deserve to give yourself a pat on the back if you don't have a dad to give a pat on the back this year. especially if you have complicated relationships with your parents, particularly your dad, just because it's Father's Day. These people, they're students. Don't forget, they're still students. They're still learning. And, you know, I was talking to somebody the other day and they say, you know, people do the best they can. And I looked, I said, no, sometimes we don't do the best we can. Sometimes we're lazy. Sometimes we do what's best for us. Sometimes we don't consider other people because we're human. And that's kind of how the shit works. So yeah, your parents may not always have done the best. Maybe they made bad decisions. You know, maybe they were selfish sometimes, but you are here. Regardless, you are still here. And that alone is enough to celebrate somebody for having enough gumption to push you through whatever hole they pushed you through. And you landed in the right spot and you showed up here. So whether you are lucky enough like me to have a dad who you can look at and be like, you did that. And because of you, I exist. Because of you, I am. And because of you, I'm probably cooler and smarter than I would have been if I chose another dad. Or if you don't, you can still be like, somewhere, some man showed up in God's intention, showed up temporarily to ensure I made it here, and then he left. Be that irresponsible in your perspective or not, could be the best thing that ever happened to you. But we don't know, right? Or do we? That's your collective message for today. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Jesus is my Dr. L.I. Y'all, welcome. Today is such a good day. It's also going to be the last live that I do for a week or so. So I am desperately interested in you coming in the room. I want to read for you. So click the link in the description box to ask your question for free. I love it when you give me likes, when you share the video and you subscribe to the channels or to me on Facebook. And last but not least, you can send donations to the channel at Auntie Thick at Cash App or Energy Pathfinder at Cash App. All right, y'all, let's get into it. What do we have going on for today? Oh, we have a situation revealed with Missy Bond. Let me clear the energy and then let's bring her on in the room, okay? Awesome. Happy for you. How are you today?
I'm getting you.
Awesome. Blessed, highly favored, happy, enjoy. I'm good. I'm good.
I'm getting you. I keep having a delay. It keeps showing like a delay. I'm sorry.
Does it? Oh wait, are you watching YouTube?
I keep having a delay. Yeah, I'm on YouTube with you.
YouTube. Mute it. Oh wait, are you watching YouTube? Because I can hear it. Okay.
I just closed it out, so maybe that's better now.
Yes. There you go.
I usually use my phone, but it kept with that static stuff, so I was like, "Oh no, not today."
Oh, good. What is that, by the way? Do you know what that is?
I think because my provider's changing over, so they just said something about a SIM card, so that's probably what it is.
Okay, cool. Okay, what am I looking at?
So my question to you is, I woke up, I think it was first thing this morning, and my first eye was throbbing really, really bad. It woke me up. And I said, "Nah, I'm tripping. It must be one of my eye jumping or something." So I went back to sleep, and it woke me up again, and it was the middle of my forehead just throbbing really, really bad and really, really fast. So I want to know, what was that?
You know what? I don't think it was. Honestly, I think that there's a nerve issue here. I see it
Okay.
as completely physical. But I think it's something you need to get checked out. Also, I think that it's going to happen to you sporadically. Oh, wow. They just told me if you go to the doctor, it's not going to happen. They won't be able to find it. They won't be able to find anything wrong with this. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I think that it's some sort of temporary nerve issue. I see it as yellow and red like this. Um,
Mm.
but here's the deal. I don't think that's I they're giving me a lot of information. So let me say this first. If you go to a traditional doctor, they're not going to find anything, but they are going to offer you a pill or something to relax the muscle. Don't take that. I feel like there is some sort of acupuncture.
Sinus?
Acupuncture.
Oh,
You need to see an acupuncturist for this. This is somebody Eastern medicine, somebody like an Eastern medicine who can tell you what's. Go to an acupuncturist.
okay.
They are. I feel like they are. They can help you tell you what this is, but I feel like it's attached to. Spirit is saying your age. I don't understand like why here and here. And then they keep doing like this to me, like they keep pulling my eyelid out and dropping it like that, and I don't know why. But I do feel like this is physical, and
Okay.
it is something that you can control. But I feel like you need an acupuncture therapist, and to believe it or not, this has something to do with stress.
Okay.
You stressed?
Well, remember when I was studying for that test, I was really going hard because I had took it so many times, and it's like I've been trying to start this business for over 5 years, and this was really important to me. So I was
Yeah.
stressed out. I was really stressed out through the whole process. I mean, I ignored everybody for almost a month while I was trying to focus and study on this test.
Okay. Yeah, because I feel like this is because now I'm feeling something right here too, which is always stress for me. Anytime I get a little thinking of a headache, it confirms stress. So I feel like this is attached to stress, but I don't know why they said age. See an acupuncturist. Gonna be much cheaper than going to a doctor anyway. That's what you want to do anyway. But yeah,
Okay.
go there. They'll tell you what it is. They'll figure it out for you.
Okay.
But it's
Thank
nerves.
you.
You are so welcome. Thank you for allowing me to read for you today. Thank you for always being supportive of me as well. It means a great deal to me.
No problem. Thank you. I
All
appreciate
right.
it.
Talk to you
Yeah.
soon. Bye. Okay, y'all. I want to get into something, but I feel like it might be too deep. I keep asking Spirit, can I talk about it? And they will not respond. So I'm going to take that as a no. I literally just heard Spirit say, look at me. I'm like, what? Like, look at me. Unless one of you all just said that. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Miss. Oh, yeah, that's Miss Yvonne, who I just got off of. Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. What else do we have coming out? Come on into the room if you have a question that you want to ask the psychic today. My niece Kat walked in the room as you said, Kat. Oh, wow. Yes. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Melissa. Hey, y'all. Good evening to everyone who has tuned in. Aquamarine is a great stone for emotional healing. Shut up. I didn't know that. Me too. Dreams were so vivid, even more than my regular ones. I realized somebody is missing here. Where's Pinky Lee? Mm-hmm. Hey, Grace, how are you? Grace, I'm going to send you a message later today. We haven't talked in a couple of days. Yeah, it's more than jet lag. I need to get in alignment with the or sync with the everything here. Hi, Allie. Welcome. I don't know if you've been here before, Allie, but I'm very glad to see you. Welcome to the room. Hot Girl Vic, welcome everybody. Come on in. Come on in if you have questions. You all, let me just say a couple of things before I go. If nobody comes into the room, I am going to Miss Ambitious. I haven't seen you in a long time. Welcome back. I am going to cut the cut the live early today if we don't have anybody else coming in the room. But I do want to say one thing before I go, and that is that, as you know, the only requirement that I need for the work I do is rest and relaxation. That's it. That's all I need to connect to spirit, to hear them clearly. And when they kind of pointed that out to me a couple of days ago is when I decided that I was going to take the time to give them my body fully and my mind fully, so that I can be a better vessel for all of you all. As they were giving me this information and I was making a decision to take some time off, I got flooded with a bunch of appointments all at one time. So I made mention yesterday, but I want to mention it to you again today. If it takes a little time for you to get in, it shouldn't take much time. I mean, maybe appointments are a half a week out, a week out. And normally I know that people are able to do appointments same day. But since that is slightly changing, I do want you all to know that if you book one of those like Seek and Peaks, one of those like one question kind of readings, you know, in my free time, when I am just talking to spirit, we're sitting around kicking it, I may answer those very quickly. But also, as I have time, you know, or if people change their appointments, they don't show up, I will absolutely reach out to you to take your appointment sooner. So don't be discouraged by the scheduling calendar. I will still be doing personals, at least for the first week. And you can schedule at that time. So I don't want you guys to think that, you know, I'm completely leaving you out here by yourself. I will be back to you. I just need this time to, you know, appreciate the land that they've put me in, the people who are here already. I'm dead set on learning the local language and the customs, the culture here. I want to be respectful in every way. If this country is going to allow me to live here and to blend in with them, then I want to be respectful of the way they do things. And that's going to take me a little bit of time. But I also mentally and physically, energetically want to be prepared for those things. And that will take just me sitting, me being still, and not being interrupted in any way, not picking up a book and reading it. So for right now, that's how it will be. Down the line, I will also be stepping away to go back into Vipassana as a returning student for 10 days of silent meditation. But that'll happen down the line, and you'll be notified of that as well. But my spirituality is more important than anything else to me. And right now, I feel like it's taking a bit of a hit with all of the moving and the traveling and the settling in and trying to find my rhythm. But once I do, it's on and popping. In the meantime and in between time, I highly encourage you all to follow me on Facebook, because I will be loading content on Facebook daily as I get to understand the environment around me. Of course, I'll be dropping information there. But you guys, you know, last week we briefly mentioned you all, us creating a movement or some momentum to have a collective coming together here in Bali. And I talked to the owner of this place today, and they are absolutely open to helping us create that here. So when I am ready and when you are ready, they are ready to accept us. They are ready also to work with local authorities to ensure that my people get the proper visas to get over here, and go through all of the proper steps to ensure that they're safe when they arrive. And I'm just talking about COVID. Crime here, y'all, is like, what? What? Yesterday, I saw a truck full of chickens, and I was like, we should go and let all those chickens out of the truck. And somebody looked and was like, we don't break the law here. I was like, it was just a joke. It was just a joke, but they were very, you know, serious about that. So we just make sure you'd have all your COVID standards in place and that kind of deal before coming over. So if you are interested and you are subscribed to auntiethick.com, you will get information about the Bali Ball that will surely be coming up after I get situated. And I'm in the culture, and I've made some moves with some local people on the ground, and we'll be opening it up for us to all get together and do some collective psychic reading shit all together. So for those of you who are tarot card readers and other psychics that follow me, I highly encourage you to also subscribe on the website, because, when we come together, there's so much here spiritually for y'all to get into, but there are people from all over the world that follow as well, who can also bring insight and love and divination to our event and make it all the more poppin'. So that's all that I have to say. If there's nobody else waiting, yeah, the energy here does feel good, does feel different in Bali compared to the States, mostly because now let me tell you, Bali is set up in two different ways. So depending on where you are, they're like fast poppin' cities like Canggu and Kuta, where everything looks American. It's all the American stores and restaurants and the things to do and the beaches and the everything, right? It's very American. But that's in the southern region of Bali. In the northern region where I am, I live near the jungle and the mountains. So here it's more of a spiritual air. Bali literally means medicine. I just found that out in a culture class a couple of days ago. Bali literally means medicine. So the place where I live is deeply spiritual. There are temples everywhere. There are altars everywhere. Watching people give sacrifice and blessings and gifts to their ancestors and spirits all day, every day. It's just common. It's just a part of their life here. So the energy is very kind and open and friendly. But the biggest difference that I noticed between here and there is their level of wanting to be of service, helpful in every way. Before I even got to Bali, when I was leaving Jakarta to get here, I wanted to get on an earlier flight, and I made that known to the ticket agent. And you guys, I was late trying to get on that earlier flight, but it didn't matter to her. She went over and beyond to try to get me on that plane, walked me from the ticket counter all the way to the gate. We was talking on a walkie-talkie, begging for them to let me on. But that's kind of the nature and the culture here. People are very service oriented. It's still very old school. Back in the 70s when you walked into a store and they would actually take the appliance out the box, plug it in, fill out your warranty information, and then take you up to the counter. They still do that kind of shit here. So very service oriented place. And the people are open to, teaching you and their culture, and they're just kind. So it's a good place for someone to be spiritually free here, no matter what your religion is. There are a lot of Hindu here, Buddhist, Hindu, Muslim. There's a blending of religions and cultures here that's absolutely unbelievable. So that I live up in the place where everything's spiritual and serene. And then when I want to, there's a place for me to go and do that too. And even there, they're still doing the same thing. It's just a lot more of a party environment. So yeah, it's all good. If you all are interested, I will be sending out emails and talking to it in a little bit more detail about the Bali Ball that I'd like to put on. Also, if any of you in the States are interested in helping me organize, make sure you're subscribed to the website so that when the emails come out, you can take your rightful place as picking up responsibilities on your side of the fence for helping make this thing a reality. I will not be able to do it by myself. I am nobody's leader but my own. And therefore, I will need people on the ground in different places all over the world who can make this thing work out for all of us. Okay, so if you're interested, please go to the website and subscribe. Make sure you're following me on Facebook. I don't have it. Hey, Miss Steele. Hello, honey. Thank you so much for the compliments. Thank you. So if you are not subscribed on the website, do that. Also subscribe on Facebook so we can talk while I'm not doing lives over the next week or two. If you want a personal reading, those will remain open for you for a little bit more time. It just may take a little time for you to get in. Okay. All right. So I miss the mountains in Alaska. I can't wait to go back next week. Next week? You're going to Alaska next week? Congratulations. Great, Cat Apple. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kat. I know that you're already subscribed to the website. So your involvement for California would be good. Now, if we can get somebody from the East Coast to step in, that would be dope too. And all over the world, because I know that there are people here from a lot of different places. So whoever wants to take a leadership role in helping making this thing a reality, we're going to kick it hardcore in Bali, y'all. We're going to kick it hardcore. We're going to do the spiritual thing. We're going to have our readings and all that kind of stuff. And then we're going to enjoy all the beaches. And you guys, the way this place is laid out, we found a hidden gem restaurant on a roof of a building yesterday. Sick, just sick. I'm going to upload the video to Facebook for you to see. But everything here is desperately inexpensive and desperately beautiful. The people are kind. You know, there are problems in every culture, in every region. So I won't talk about what those things are, except that it's patriarchal society. Anyway, it's a patriarchal society. You know what that means. Anywho, but yeah. So we'll work on that together. I love you all. Thank you for tuning in. I am Queen T. I'm always happy to see you. Thank you for coming in. Okay, Texas. You guys, I'm going to end our live here for today. I love you from the deepest parts of my soul. I realize that many of you are, in fact, my soul family. And I'm grateful for you stopping here today. Because, like I say, there are so many other things you could be doing. You could be watching videos on Amazon Prime, which we don't have here. We do not have Amazon. We don't have Amazon. We have a muted version of Prime, but you could be watching videos on Amazon Prime. You could be watering your grass. You could be having wine with friends, whatever. Yet you chose to turn on this video and watch me today. And for that, I'm forever grateful. You offer me love. I offer you grace and space, love and light. And I challenge you when faced with any kind of situation that you drown a motherfucker in love and you kill him with forgiveness. Happy Father's Day, dads. Happy Father's Day, Dad. Talk to you soon.